I'm going to be making a chicken bone broth, veggie broth in the Big Rival roaster. So what I do is when we cook kind of chickens or whole chickens, I'll keep all the carcasses and the bones and things like that, throw them in a bag in the freezer, and once I have enough, I'll kind of empty them out into this, add water to it. If I have some veggies in the fridge, we have a couple carrots that I'm just going to toss in because we're at the end of those anyway. I also keep some of my veggie peels. So we have some peels from onions, some carrots and different things, but from just other things that I've been cooking the last little while. So I'm going to add all of these in, top it with water, and then we're just going to let it go really low at kind of 150. Some people let it go for days. I'll probably just let it go for kind of overnight, and then we'll come back in the morning, strain it out, and I'll show you how to pressure can it. You can also add some salt or chicken bouillon to this as well. Some people find that kind of just plain chicken bone broth can be bland. I think that's just people who are very used to kind of commercial stocks that typically have a lot of salt, a lot of sodium in it, a lot of kind of preservatives as well. So I probably won't add any. We'll kind of see what it tastes like once I strain everything out. But we'll come back when this has been roasting for a while. Okay, so I ended up falling asleep last night, and this has been kind of going on kind of low, 190, 150 to 200 on this roaster all night. And that's fine. Like I said before, there's people online that'll say they leave these go for days. I don't really see the need to do that. Do your own research. My thought is that chances are any of the nutrients that you're pulling from the bones are probably pulled out by now. It certainly looks great. Again, I don't add salt or anything to mine now. When we go to use it after canning it, we use our seasonings then. So we're just going to kind of take this out now. I'm going to strain out kind of the bits that are in there. We have our quart jars in our sink with hot water, so we're just going to kind of give them a good wash because they were downstairs. We're getting our tfall 21 quart pressure canner set up. So we have our lower disc in. We've added our 3 quarts of water. Check your pressure canner for how much minimum water you're required to have in, or maximum. Should be in the manual. And then we're going to start heating this up. We're going to load the jars, put them in, and we'll show you how we pressure can it. So we didn't show you, but essentially we filled all of the jars into quart-sized jars. We just strained the stock, poured it up to 1 inch of headspace, debubbled it. Obviously we put kind of hot water over our lids and our rings, tighten them to finger tight, stack them into our pressure canner. 1 level is all that we can do for quarts, so it fits 7 quarts. And then what we're looking to do is pressure can our quarts at 10 pounds of pressure for our elevation for 25 minutes. So we have been venting our pressure canner. Once you get that kind of steady sounding steam and steady steam coming out, you set your timer for 10 minutes and vent it while open for 10 minutes. Once that beeps, we're going to come back and we're going to put it to the number 2 on the tfall pressure canner, which stands for 10 pounds of pressure for us. And then we are going to bring it up to pressure and then start our timer once we get into kind of the area that we want. And we're also back to that steady stream. We're going to start timing it for our 25 minutes, and then we're going to pull them out. Okay, so we have had a steady stream for the 10 minutes. So we are going to switch this to the 2, which is our 10 pounds of pressure, and let that go. Basically, once we start getting that steady stream again of steam, and we're going to be looking at our gauge. And again, this is the tfall 22 quart, I believe, pressure canner. It's going to end up kind of being around that kind of top part of the 2. That's when you're going to start noticing the steam coming out. Okay, so we're up to pressure. You can see it's kind of just at the top end of the 2. And we've got a steady stream of steam coming pretty solidly. So we've set the timer for 25 minutes. So after the 25 minutes, we just turned the heat off. We left the pressure canner where it was, let it come down to 0 pressure naturally, popped the lid, and pulled out our 7 beautiful quarts of chicken stock. So we're just gonna let them sit on this towel for at least 12 hours. You're gonna start hearing pinging of them sealing. Once that's done, we just give them a wipe down and then we can store them in our pantry.